Nation, what's good with you all? Back on the road again, and I thought to myself, maybe we can go live like 95. Of course, I won't be able to read your comments. I hope you guys are able to hear me, but what should be the new philosophy of the Dallas Cowboys? What should be our thought track? What should be our new angle? Let's have those type of conversations because I do know that we do have a new coaching staff. We do have a new defensive coaching philosophy too. I do know that right now we plan a 4-3 defense, but if you look at all of the pieces, we're heading more towards or leaning more towards a 3-4 defense as relates to the previous coaching staff that they picked up and they got out there. So my understanding is that this team will do more of a hybrid type of defense, and we already know that defense wins championships. That's just the reality of it. You got to stop these high-powered offenses, and then on top of that, of course, the offense that we have to be respectable. I do know that the big circle on everything is Dak Prescott, but the reality of it is that the defense will take you there. So they do have some guys on the defensive side of the ball that can be one can argue and say, well, they had some head coaching situations before, and that helps out, believe it or not. That helps out tremendously. And I look at those small things. It's the small things, believe it or not, Cowboys. And I think that by us going out and trying to improve and getting different guys, I think that will help. I did a video on my Instagram, shout out to those that follow my Instagram and follow my Facebook page, about the Rashard Jones. This was before, now Rashard Jones is longer than the tooth. He's a safety that played for the Miami Dolphins. But this is before the Vikings released Xavier Rhodes. Now, before everybody say Xavier Rhodes didn't do a lot last year and these sorts of things, Xavier Rhodes at one point of his career was like one of the top corners. And everybody that knows me for sure, know that I don't like cornerbacks. I love cornerback play. So let that sink into your mental. I like Xavier Rhodes. I think that he would be a good piece, although he's a big physical corner. He could trail. He got lost in time at times at the top of his, open up his hips at the top of a wide receiver's route. I think that he showed a little stiffness there, but I think that change of scenery, although it'll be the same defense per se, but I think that the change of scenery can help this kid out. And whatever money he asking for, he don't have the demand criteria to say, hey, I want 17, I want 18 mil. No, I haven't looked up his market value. Thank those who just tuned in. Maybe you guys can help the nation out and pull up his market value. I'm talking about Xavier Rhodes. Xavier Rhodes. And let me know how you guys feel about that. Hit that like button, share this content, let a friend, neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in. But I just have to say that the new philosophy, which should be, let's focus in on his defense. Although the marquee name of our head coach is Mike McCarthy, and everybody knows that he's an offensive-minded guy. But remember, our quest for this thing is to have football knowledge out there. True football, to being able to see the truth as it relates to competition, as it relates to, hey, let's not run the same mundane things out there on the offensive side of the ball. Let's not do the stupidity stuff, the crazy stuff. Let's do the real stuff, baby. Let's get it real, baby. Let's get this thing going in the right directions. I think that we can have this new philosophy should be, okay, let's not fold up like lawn chairs. Let's take turnovers and takeaways. That's the things that we want to see. I think it can flat out happen. I really do, Cowboy Nation. And on top of that, when we look at, let me just go by player from the top of my mind. Okay, DeMarcus Lawrence, I'm going to start off with him. He's the $100 million defensive edge rusher that we have on our team. He had a total of 4.5, close to 5 sacks last year. You can say 5. On top of that, he did not, as far as from the contract that he signed, lived up to the expectations. But before everybody throw him out the window, or before everybody sully or denigrate DeMarcus Lawrence, I recall of listening in to an interview that he had. And in that interview, for those who lift weights, for those who work out, for those who I guess, or any type of fitness recommend that they have, acumen that they have, they know that strength, when you work out, if you have not done it before, yes, if you have not done it on a continuous basis, and this is not me being the excuse law for the law, but he literally said all off season he didn't get a chance to hit that grind action in the weight room. He didn't get a chance to work out with his contemporaries. He was in a recovery stage. I'm gonna repeat, he was in a recovery stage. So when you try to recover and be ready for week 1, playing yourself in shape, starting off slow, that is the type of season that you will have. There's only a few Adrian Petersons of the world who can come back from a torn, ACL damage and come back out there and still put up thousands of yards or what have you, and still give you some of the similar production. So what I'm trying to say is that all off season, DeMarcus Lawrence last year didn't get a chance to be in the weight room, get that grind action, get that strength, get that extra movement, get that flexibility back in that arm. And like I said, I'm not trying to say that the guy's the best thing since sliced bread. But it seems to me, just to me, that the Dallas Cowboys are the only organization with players that can't have an off season. They can't have an off season. I think Khalil Mack had an off season last season. I think he did. He could have still been phenomenal, but I'm saying that players do have off season. And no, I'm not saying that DeMarcus Lawrence is a Khalil Mack, but what I'm trying to lament to everybody is let this thing sink, let this all sink in. He'll be ready this off season. There's no, oh, I'm trying to get my contract, or hey, I'm trying to put off on this surgery. And that's what I'm trying to say to, I guess, Dak Prescott camp and Jerry Wayne Jones is, yes, the off season is when you handle the money aspect of it, but when you got it, when you got the money, oh my goodness, look, we got the money. That's the craziest thing of all. We got the money. So I don't think that we should finagle players over $4 to $5 million to stretch out the money. Let's go ahead and sign these guys and get this thing going, so we won't have to be worrying about, hey, will this guy be here? Will he be there for mandatory camps or involuntary camps? Those type of things. It's the small things, Cowboy Nation. But our new philosophy, I'm telling you, D-Law, even if it's going to flip over to a 3-4, he can still play on pitch. He's so underrated. I'm going to use this word. I'm going to toss this word around. He's so underrated against the run. He's so underrated. So underrated against the run. I mean, come on, Cowboy Nation. We got to understand that this guy, against the run, a lot of people don't run the ball his way. On top of that, remember a lot of people saying, well, he can't do this, he can't do that. I think that D-Law this year, he's going to get back to his form and he's going to get double-digit sacks, believe it or not. I really do. I think that he's really going to wreak havoc this year, and he's going to be locked in and focused in. Now, as far as the Robert Quinn action on the opposite side, I really have a feeling that somehow, one way or another, that we would figure out a way to get my guy Randy Gregory back out there. I think that the As soon as this collective bargaining agreement come out and everybody signs up, and although it seems like it's a very unfair deal, if you look at what Eric Reed, I believe that's his name, go to his Twitter handle, you'll see that the deal is kind of so far-sighted against the players. But there's no unity in NFL. There's really no unity in the NFL. There's zero unity in the NFL. These guys are going to cross that line. If not, it'll be the low-end players, like the people that's on the practice squad, the people coming from the XFL to play in this particular sport. And we are still going to go out to the games. By that time frame, by September, flu season will be over with, and the football operations will be ready to go. That's just the reality of it. The flu season will be gone. The coronavirus will be swept under the rug. And I have to throw this in so everybody can understand what I'm saying. Remember, last year was the H1N1, right? Everybody like, oh man, we died of the flu, what have you, died of this. Then it was the SARS. Remember, it was Ebola. Remember that case that happened over here in Texas? Ebola here, Ebola there. People couldn't fly on airplanes. People, intestines and stuff was getting liquefied and stuff like that. Then in 2016, we were saying Zeke, but there was a Zika virus out there too. You remember that? I mean, it's always something. I just think that this will pass too. I'm just being optimistic. It's not the end of the world. People panicking, buying all types of water and got a water filter right at the house. That's the craziest thing. People fighting people over water and got a water filter right at the house. People buying tissue but not food. You know, people are backwards. That's the craziest thing about this nation, this United States. People are so backwards. They buying tissue, but they ain't buying food. Oh my goodness. They buying all their food, gonna be right in line for Walmart, right in line for McDonald's, right in line for Whataburger. Come on, people, we gotta do better too on that. Now back to football. I think that we're gonna sign or find a way to get Robert Quinn. If not, Randy Gregory. I do know that he have not played football in a year and a half, but I think that what Randy Gregory brought to the table, if he can give you some of that edge action. And on top of that, I think that this team will finally invest in a nose tackle. I'm gonna repeat, this team will finally invest in a nose tackle. Somebody that's 330 plus that you can put inside, and he don't have to be 350 or 360 or what have you, but he have to be big enough to collapse that pocket, to create pressures on the edge for our defensive edge rushers by collapsing the pocket. I really think that somehow, one way or another, although LVE, I don't know about his neck and his back. Sean Lee, he's too long in the tooth. Watch this team. Watch this team do something crazy in the draft and get a linebacker in this thing. Just watch. Just sit back and watch. Man, appreciate the donation to help grow the nation. I can't read it because we'll be on the side of the road. But man, whatever you said, man, may God bless. I can't even see your name. I just see the colors on the screen, but I really appreciate you, bro. I'm over here, for people don't know, man, I'm in Brookhaven, Mississippi, heading to Jackson, Mississippi. Took care of some stuff back at home with my mom and everything in Natchez. So she's recovering, and she's a whole lot better. And I have to say this for you guys, man. Talking to you all helps aid me in so many ways. If I can show you a glimpse of what all I've been going through, man, you would not believe it. But I do not look like what I've been through. You see what I'm saying? Thank God, glory be to him, that I don't look like what I've been through. And talking to you all help aid me in those situations. You know, I had, but it was, I just left Frederick, Maryland. I'm giving y'all a backstory what all happened. I left Frederick, Maryland. I was in the airport or what have you. I think it was in Texas. Yeah, it was just in the Texas airport. I get a buzz from my brother. I get a buzz from my brother And he was saying that, hey man, mom was rushed to the ER. I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, dog, it's serious, man. And you know, you guys know the type of job that I do is very secretive. So I had to fill out all of my paperwork, get all of my accounting stuff and affairs together, and submit that information out. But the whole thing was, I'm like, man, my mom is in the ER. And as soon as I got back, I had to leave to Texas to go to Jackson. From Jackson, I had to go all the way to Natchez. But people, we work together, right? But I'm going through all of these things in my mind. And I said, the best thing that I can do is just talk Cowboys at this point. And pray, of course, you can pray. But that's the philosophy of me. Just to talk Cowboys and continue to know that everything will work its way out. But boy, you only get one mama though. And it shows you the frailties of life. It shows you like life itself can be gone in an instant. Life itself can be gone in a moment. Life itself can be so quick that we are only here for a vapor of a second. And by us not being here for a long time, man, a lot of things can happen, Cowboy Nation. A lot of things. So that's what I'm saying, that like the people that you are in close encounter with, hug them, kiss them, let them know that you love them, because they could be gone tomorrow. And that's the reality of it, Cowboy Nation. So, and we cope with different situations. I had people reaching out to me about their situations, about their trials and tribulations, and I'm going through it. I'm going through a whole bunch of stuff. It's the funniest thing, but it's reality. You know, you can laugh at it because you can say to yourself, man, I'm put on this earth to help aid them, but I'm going through the same thing. But that's just the reality of it, man. But when you pray and everything works its way out, then all of a sudden you look up and then you say, man, the sun is shining, the world is still spinning, and everything else, life goes on. So now that you guys got the backstory why I was in Natchez, my mom is okay though. You know, she's battling through, fighting through, and she's a fighter. Yep, she is a 100% fighter, and she's gonna continue to fight, and we're gonna continue to uplift her. So we talked a little bit about the linebacker play. We also talked a little bit about the defensive edge rushers, and of course the new philosophy of putting that nose tackle, that big plug inside. He don't have to be too big, but you know, at least somebody to push the pocket back a little bit to help everybody else see. All right, so. And of course, I talk about Xavier Rhodes. Two things that we need out of this draft. One would be a defensive back, well, cornerback. The other would be a safety. We absolutely, regardless of how we look at it, it's time out to roll out the Jeff Heath administration. It's time out for it, depending on Xavier Woods, to be a free/strong safety. We need to keep Jeff Heath. I'm not saying throw him out to the abyss, but what I'm saying is that it's time for us to really invest in that strong safety look, or a safety that's so dynamic that we can look back and say, man, the middle of the field is dangerous. They do not allow you to play around in the middle of the field. Matter of fact, by you running routes or you trying to come across that middle, it's like playing in the street. We gonna light you up, baby. I can't wait to see that. If you are in the chat, man, let me know if you can't wait to see it as well. It's been too many years, man. It's been too many years whereas we didn't see elite safety play. Matter of fact, it's been too many years whereas we did not see great safety play. Too many years. Too many years. The craziest part about this is when I say this, Cowboy Nation, I gotta say this. The last time we had a great safety was through the hands of Jimmy Johnson. Think about that. Darren Woodson. Darren Woodson. You can say Roy Williams for a cup of coffee, but come on. You mean to tell me that the last time we had a great safety was when Darren Woodson was out there? Maybe if you're thinking about it like the whole complete picture, maybe you can squeeze a Can Hamlin, because I think he had 4 or 5 interceptions in 1 year. But he only showed up for a cup of coffee as well. Y'all remember Ken Hamlin? Don't leave me out. Don't leave me by myself, Cowboy Nation. But look him up. He had about 4 or 5 interceptions in 1 year. If we can get that type of production from this safety corps or corpse this season, boy, we be turning back with flips. Can you imagine a safety having 3 or 4 interceptions? We be turning back with flips, baby. We be sitting there saying to ourselves, oh, we finally got an enforcer in the middle of the field. It's been a minute, Cowboy Nation. There's a crazy stat out there that since, I think it was since 2015 or 16, that we have only 40 interceptions. I think it's something like that, crazy number. You guys got the correct stat, post that down below. And that's ranked dead last in the NFL. That means like teams like the Browns got more interceptions than us since that time span. Teams like, let me see what other trash team, the Jets, the Dolphins, teams that really don't move the needle, got more INTs, collectively speaking, than us in that time span. And that's just flat out sad. We need turnovers. We need some way to get takeaways. I want to see us get pick six. I want to see our defense celebrated in the touchdown. You know, when they get the touchdown, you know, when they get that turnover. Sacks are cool. We love sacks. That sounds funny. We love sacks. We love sacks, though. We do. But I want some interceptions now, baby. I want us to be like, okay, when you pass that Brock over there, and this guy can take it to the house. Let me know if you guys are feeling the same. If you guys are feeling what I'm feeling with this. Because if we can manage to get those small things, and I'm setting up all of this defense talk so I can go over to special teams, so I could go over to the offense. I got to do this, baby. I got to. We got to talk about this. Defense gives you shorter field. If you can force 3 and outs, if you can force turnovers and take away, what do that force the team to do? Oh. No, boy, you ain't finna go down there. But my boy, skill. Now skill. Oh, Lord, you don't want to hit him with the truth. I got to hit him with the truth. If you can get turnovers, if you can get takeaways, oh my goodness. Or if you can force those 3 and outs really early, what they're going to force teams to do? Press, okay, yeah, you can put that in the check box, yes. It's going to force teams to try to do some crazy stuff, shoot themselves in the foot, yeah. It's going to force teams to play differently on the offensive side of the ball. What else is it going to do, Law? What else is it going to do? What else? When you have that good defense, what else is it going to do? It's a direct reciprocal of the special teams, believe it or not. Believe it or not. What the Cowboys did all off season, they went and said, okay, we rank bottom half of the special team unit. Keith O'Quinn, dare I say. Oh, let's go out there and get Bones. Oh, who is Bones? Not Bone Thugs and Harmony. No, not them. Bone. Tell me what you gonna do, but ain't nowhere to run. When the Cowboys come for you, baby, I'm telling you, we went out there and said, okay, we know this defense is gonna be nasty, baby. We know this defense should be a whole lot better, baby. And we got bones. So they're going to force teams to punt the ball. Yeah. 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 We're going to force teams to give us that punt action. You know what I mean? We're going to force teams to punt the ball, baby. Oh. So what we going to do? More opportunities, dare I say, to block the punt. More opportunities to get more turnovers and takeaways as it relates to that. And when they punt the ball, I guarantee Bones is not going to have that doggone playing it safe to the vest. You remember we had so many guys that we said, okay, this guy can do some punt returns, kickoff returns. And all you saw was them waving. They just waving like, hey, waving like fair catch, fair catch. No, Cowboy Nation. Now I say, we're going to have a guy that can take it to the house. You remember Hester's of the world? Joker used to be sitting back there saying, okay, I triple dare you to punt the ball. There have been Super Bowls won by flipping the field with punt kicks. Huh? Y'all can pull up the player's name, but there's been Super Bowls won with punt return kickers. Somebody that can flip the field. Somebody that can give you a smaller situation action as it relates to that. And I think with my mind that is what we're going to get. More opportunities for us to get the ball in the right direction, Cowboy Nation. Ooh, I can't make this stuff up. I can't. So that's why I'm happy about Bones, because he's just not like a guy from what I did my research on that's going to allow, I'm going to say this word again, allow his special team units to be the bottom half. Just let that sink in. The bottom half of the NFL. No way, ain't no way, ain't no how. So just by that alone, we are a better team. From the defensive side of the ball, the new philosophy as it relates to I gotta say this, as it relates to the special team unit. Okay, so let me get to the meat and potatoes of everything. The offense, because everybody love offense. That's the sexy car. That's the car that where everybody say, oh man, look at that wax job on that. So nice, I can see the reflection of myself. I can see my beard hair grow just by looking at this car, That's how good I like this car and what have you. That's the sexy mobile. That's where everybody want. Offense. Oh, I love offense. Oh, we got to put up 40 points. Oh, we don't want to demoralize the team by just playing some good, strong defense. We want offense. We want to see all of those scoreboards being blown up in half. No, but that's what everybody love, right? Everybody love offense. They really don't care about the defense. That's what the young kids, they want offense. They don't care about the defensive side of the ball. All right. Can you imagine? Close your eyes and imagine. If you're driving, don't close your eyes. Can you imagine if this particular offense have a shorter field? On top of that, if we even last year, let this sink into your mental. If we had a better kicker, somebody that can move on from the kicker that we had last year, we would still have Jason Garrett as our head coach. That is the craziest thing of it all. If we had a better kicker, Jason Garrett keeps his job. Why you say that, Law? Because it'll be a complete answer to know that with this particular team, we would have won the division 3 out of the last 4 years. Because the kicker, I'm not putting all of the blame on the kicker, but dog it, I gotta go there. This kicker that we had last year, if he were to make his kicks, or made his kicks, dare I say, didn't you know that our team would not been 8-8? We would have made it to the playoff. We would at least been a plus 3 games. The kicker, if he would have made his kicks, we would have been 10-6 at least. Well, one could argue we could have probably been 11-5, but at least 10-6. If the kicker make his kicks. So what I'm trying to say is, this defense is going to shorten the field. You giving a short field to, dare I say, the Ezekiel, the main man, Elliott. On top of that, you have Tony Pollard. When he got the hot hand, he will remain and keep the hot hand. It won't be like, hey, you know, this game you had so many snaps. Let's not feature you at all the next game. You know. No, it's going to be a lower machine where they're going to continue to drive. And on top of that, Cowboy Nation, we will have a better Michael Gallup. The system, the speed of field of play became a little slower for him. He was being able to identify certain things before it even occurred. Shorten his routes, jumping up, picking the ball in the air, finding ways to get into the end zone. There was one play he looked just like Spider-Man. Yeah, I mean, he was tiptoeing on the sideline and still able to get into that touchdown land. And on top of that, we can talk about that Redskin game too, the final game. Wasn't that like a game that your boy Michael Gallup just really showed his you-know-what off? And I'm talking about all these things, and I'm not even talking about the quarterback. That's the crazy thing. I don't even have to mention the quarterback. That's how good Gallup, that's how good his offense, dynamic-wise, going to be. And if you add in that extra facts that, Mike McCarthy, the little small things that everybody is worried about with Dak Prescott, he's going to improve that. He's going to improve that. Jeez. This team will be so much better. And I know that people say this all the time. Man, Cowboys said the same thing last year. Matter of fact, you can probably search up or look up Law Nation's video in 2018. He was saying the same thing, that the team gonna be better. You can look up 2017. You can see a similar video with Law Nation talking about the same thing. You can look up 2016 if you know what I mean, and you can probably find Law Nation saying the same thing. But I got to tell you this, Cowboy Nation, this is a different team regardless of how you look at it. Yes, it's the same owner. Yes, you can't get rid of Jerry, Wayne, and Steve and Jones and all those boys. But I'm going to say this. I got to say this, Cowboy Nation. It's Mike McCarthy. His overhaul on defense. It's a different team. The stupidity stuff that we went through, you won't see that. If you do, timestamp it, screenshot what I'm talking about, make a video about it, and we'll put a placeholder on this thing and come back and we will talk about this same work action, right? Starboy Fitty, appreciate you, man. I can't read, I'm driving right now, but I appreciate your love and adulation for the nation, man, for making a donation to help grow the nation, baby. Let's continue to grind, baby. I'm getting close to my location, baby. Yes, indeed, I really appreciate you. Yes, indeed. I'm in this wonderful city of Byron, Mississippi. Byron, not Byron Jones. I don't know what they're going to do with Byron Jones. No, they ain't going to pay the brother. Or, you know, it's a pivotal moment, right? Pivotal time. I think it's right around the corner, right? Is it right around the corner where they got the NFL league is going to start, the new season? Did they push it back to March 18th, or is it going to be March the 16th or 17th? So that's when everything opened up. So we're seeing people trying to get below the cap. They're cutting players. They're letting people go. it's now time to look at your books and seeing who you want. This new staff is already looking at tape. And I'm telling you, I'm telling a lot of people with the Cooper Rush, before everybody dog out Cooper Rush, me, Big Game James, who else was out there? West Coast Cowboy, check out his Facebook page, or DC Scouting, check out his page. We were out there. And Shango, check out Shango, man, shoot. That's the godfather of YouTube. Check out Shango, shout out to Shango. And y'all subscribe to all of our platforms. But we was out there in Oxnard, and Cooper Rush was lighting it up. Back shoulder fade. He got a back shoulder fade. Cooper Rush got a back shoulder fade. I can tell you that. He was lighting it up, baby. I mean, he was throwing the ball all over the field to John Vaya Johnson. I mean, he made these little guys, I forgot the wonder. He wore number 11, little small. Throwing all type of rocks. I'm great at that. Great practice guy. He really is. Cooper Rush is a great practice guy. Cooper Rush was lighting up the field. I think his name was Reggie. I think he was lighting it up with Reggie. The competition where it was an end zone pass where they had to throw the ball through a loop. He did it right on the first 2 or 3 attempts. Everybody else took forever in the day. Cooper Rush was a guy that you can say, okay, go through his reads, go through the progressions pretty quickly, because at the time it was like, man, Matt White might get his position. Mike is going to get his position. But Cooper, the redheaded phenom, he was at the beer gang and everything going. He was really on the money. Cooper Rush, believe it or not. And I'm not pumping up Cooper Rush, but what I'm saying is that Mike McCarthy probably sees something that a lot of fans don't see. I'm gonna repeat, Mike McCarthy might see something that a lot of fans don't see. And that's just the reality of it. He looking at everything, he crossing through all of the T's and dotting the I's. Now, I said all of the good things about Cooper to bring out this about Cooper. When it got down to the preseason game, one can argue and say, well, it's because he's playing behind the backups or the backup as it relates to the offensive line play. No, they really had some of the starters out there. They had Frederick out there to get his legs right, you know, because he was off all the season. But to make a long story short, Cooper, remember I always say, man, you don't want to fold up like a wallet or a lawn chair. This doggone Cooper, all what he was doing as it relates to Oxnard, the practice throws, it was even the blue and white game, all that good stuff he was doing then evaporated and disappeared like that, like a snap of your finger. I said, whoa, cool, what's going on with you, man? So the bigger the lights, he folded. Dak Prescott, on the other hand, last year was his best. I'm talking about capital B-E-S-T, practicing. Remember, Dak Prescott is not a great or good practicer. You can use that in terms, practicer. He's not a good guy, man. I mean, he would throw some ducks, he would throw some interceptions. I mean, you had guys like Joe Johnson, I think, took an interception from him. You know, he was just looking sloppy out there. And we're sitting there like, man, damn, this damn Cooper Rush. He's showing the world what he's made of, you know. But Dak Prescott got those intangibles that when the lights turn on, he doesn't fold, he doesn't disappear like the Cooper Rushes of the world. And that's the hardest thing, I ain't gonna even lie, to evaluate. The guy that don't fold, you see what I'm saying, when the lights turn on, and the guy that shows you everything nice when the lights are off, you see. But it is what it is at this point, Cowboy Nation. It is flat out is what it is type of movement. They done changed everything around this Byram. Byram. But I just have to say that I have to bring that out to the forefront. So maybe Mike McCarthy sees something that we just don't see as fans. And on top of that, maybe, just maybe, Mike McCarthy can see something and say to himself, I can elevate Cooper to be a serviceable backup quarterback. And there's nothing wrong with it. Now, I'm not saying Cooper Rush is going to be the next Tom Brady or anybody, or the next Gannon, Rich Gannon, or who else? Aaron Rodgers, all of the backup quarterbacks that Mike McCarthy was able to elevate and evaluate. But what I'm saying is that he may be somebody that we can depend on as it relates to knowing the system, knowing what Kellen Moore wants to do, and these sort of things. Yep. So, all right, Cowboy Nation. I know people like, Law, what are you talking about, man? Not Cooper, Pooper. And then some people like, yeah, I told you, Law. I told you Cooper Rush is the truth. I know I'm going to get a few people that say that. I know I'm going to get a lot of people to say that. Yeah, Cooper Rush is the truth in these sorts. And the reality of it, no, he's not that. He's not that at all. But he's a serviceable guy. All right, Cowboy Nation, that's all the time that I have for this beautiful day. I really appreciate you all. Don't forget to hit that like button, share this content. Let that friend, let that neighbor know where to go when they want to tune into Cowboys Sports Talk and Beyond. Y'all share this thing. Let people know. Let people know where to go, man, and help support this thing. Let's grow, baby. And then when we grow, I'm growing, we all grow. That's the truth of it. Oh, I know where I'm at now. I'm closing up because I was like, man, where in the hell I'm at? They done changed up the roads. Now you been gone for a minute. Since you been gone. I said, they done changed. I said, they done changed up Byron over here. Let you know that I like it because it's good to see the growth patterns of Mississippi. I've only been gone for what, 4 years? They changed this little back road up. They changed this back road up, man. Now since I got the back road, I wasn't gonna hit this end button, but I ain't gonna hit it now. Y'all got a little bit more time with the nation, baby. Yeah, let me know if y'all like my streams too, man. My driving streams. I can't read your comments or what have you. And you got to be a focused driver. But I'd rather talk to you guys straight than to listen to the music. It's nonsense on the radio. Yo, all the music the same. All the radio stations the same as it relates to sports talk. They all talking about doom and gloom on Fox News, ESPN News. These guys can get some Cowboys news. I've been gone for a couple of years and they still haven't put that asphalt right there. Pop's got to do better, man. Got to get that asphalt there. At least reach out to the older men, like, look, man, I pay good property taxes out here. Pay good state taxes out here. Y'all got to put some better roads. That's one thing about Mississippi. You would tear your car all the way up. See, out there in Texas, at least they put some type of asphalt out there. Help this thing out. You know, I feel like I'm in the desert somewhere. All right, I'm really going to end it when I pull in this driveway, Cowboy Nation. You are in the bonus round. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. The bonus round. Yeah. Bama fan. Now I can reach you. I stop now. What's up, nation? Appreciate you all, man. Thank you guys so much for supporting this channel, supporting the stream. Let me know if I'm still baby beard gang. I think my beard gang and grew up now. Should it be? Should it be? It should be beer gang, baby beer gang no more. It should be gang, you know. Boy Nathaniel Hall, what's up? Philly Cowboy 76, what's good, man? Sergi, man, what's good with you, man? I cannot believe I sent all you guys still here with the nation, man. I really support. Let me know, did I graduate from baby beer gang? Let me know, Cowboy Nation. Memphis Tigers, what's up, Anthony? Yeah, Holmes. That's a popular last name, Holmes. See a lot of people with last name Holmes. Ron Humford, what's good, man? Thank you for holding it down, Ron. Really appreciate you, man. Yo. All right, nation. I made it safely, Q. Shout out to you, Q. Yeah, so it's no longer baby beer gang. Let's go. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. Salute. Who that? Shout out to you. Y'all don't forget to put down where you're from. Put down where you're from. I love to see that.